From fans dragging him over his allegedly misogynistic prank, to celebrities like Paige Sporanic asking fans not to cancel him, here's how the golf world is reacting to Tiger Woods' tampon prank. But first, let's back it up a little bit. What prank am I talking about? It happened at the Genesis Invitational. It was Woods' first elite competition in around 7 months, but he ended up making headlines for all the wrong reasons. And the source of the controversy? An allegedly misogynistic prank he played on his competitor, Justin Thomas. Here's what happened. Woods hit a 323-yard drive, which was around 10 yards longer than Thomas. While the pair were walking off the tee, Woods discreetly slipped something into Justin's hand. Justin tossed it to the ground when he realized what it was, a tampon. The joke was meant to stay between them, but a camera picked up the moment, and the pictures quickly went viral. Justin laughed off the prank, and Woods laughed along with him, putting his arm around the 29-year-old to assure him it was all fun and games. But was it really? According to some fans, this was no laughing matter. And I've got to admit, what they're saying makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all love a few jokes here and there, but the jokes just don't sit right when the punchline attacks an entire gender. As many fans put it, jokes shouldn't energize the that has haunted women for generations. Taking to Twitter, one fan wrote, "Call me woke, call me a snowflake, call me offended, whatever. But handing another male golfer a tampon is objectively not funny." And many agreed with the statement. Fans didn't hold back from showing just how upset they were with the golf icon's actions. They were quick to call the athlete out for his blatant sexism. One Twitter user went on to talk about whether or not the joke would still be funny if it was Tiger going through immense period pain. Tons of people called the golfer out for his double standards. Even his fans went on to express their disappointment at the athlete, shaming and making fun of women for something so natural. Other fans were just curious about where Tiger got the tampons from, and not gonna lie, they've really got me thinking. I mean, if he went to the store to buy a box for this prank, that's a little sad. But if he stole them from his teenage daughter, that's just sadder. Either way, things aren't looking so good for him right now. But let's really break down the joke here. Why were people so offended? Well, to summarize it, when Woods gave Thomas the tampon, he essentially said that Thomas was playing like a girl, just because he couldn't drive the ball as far as Woods. In essence, Woods told Justin that he was playing so bad he might as well be a woman. Many feminist writers expressed anger over the kind of mindset the joke reflects. According to them, this is exactly the kind of mindset that has justified the limited role of women in certain roles, like the military or in sports. I'm sure Tiger never intended the joke to be taken this seriously, but he really messed up when he used a tampon to convey it. Tiger himself has been at the receiving end of supposedly playful, yet racist jokes, so shouldn't he understand how hurtful they can be? He should really know better than to offend an entire group of people like this. After all, what message is he sending to his female fans? More specifically, to all women in sports. Sky Sports' Sarah Stirk definitely wasn't impressed and had a lot to say. Addressing the incident, she highlighted how she's a female working in sports and how she's passionate about the game of golf. She drew attention to how everybody has been making a massive effort to promote women's sports, and incidents like these are exactly what hold women back. She summed up her views by saying that Tiger's actions were crass and extremely disappointing. USA Today columnist Christine Brennan got a little personal as she said that. Woods' message to Thomas that he was playing like a girl was the go-to line of silly, often insecure boys. Yikes, the shots were fired, and the outrage was international. England women's football manager Serena Wiegman also spoke up on the matter. She highlighted how Tiger should be conscious of his responsibility as a role model in golf. he could be using his platform for much better things. But that's not to say that everyone was super pissed at Tiger for the prank. Honestly, there were mixed reactions. Many also thought the prank was funny. One Twitter user called the backlash manufactured anger. Plenty of others were quick to defend the living legend, saying they found the joke genuinely amusing. Clay Travis, for one, was on Tiger's side. According to him, the negative reaction to the joke proved that the woke sports media has no sense of humor at all. As if his position wasn't clear enough already, he added that this was a hysterical prank. Another fan echoed Travis' sentiment as they called the prank pure comedy. And it's not just fans rushing to Tiger's defense. Some celebrities were quick to voice their opinions as well. That's right, I'm talking about Paige Spiranek. The former college golfer turned model was quick to come to Wood's defense. In particular, she tweeted, "If anyone tries to cancel Tiger over this, we riot. It's funny." So clearly, Tiger has no shortage of supporters. In fact, a lot of his fans are giving the athlete the benefit of the doubt, saying that he can definitely learn from this mistake. After all, isn't the end goal to make the world of sports a more inclusive place? Anyways, Paige took the opportunity to talk about selective feminism, as she mentioned that the women who are outraged about the prank are the same women who tear her down for how she's built her business. She added that instead of being outraged about the prank, maybe women should provide ideas to help. Elaborating on this chain of thought, she said it might be a good idea for Tampax to team up with the PGA Tour. Maybe even run a campaign to provide free feminine products at golf courses. Now that's definitely a great idea. Of course, it doesn't mean that people should stop pointing out how the joke was insensitive. The two things can go hand in hand. Of course, some fans commended Paige and agreed with her stance, but other Twitter users pointed out the irony. As a former female golfer herself, it was surprising to see that she wasn't offended by the joke at all. But I have to give it to her for trying to bridge the differences and diffuse the situation. In the end, all that matters is that Tiger realizes why what he said could have hurt people, and it seems like he did. Since he issued a formal apology after all the backlash, the golf icon apologized for any hurt his actions may have caused. He clarified that he never had any ill intentions. After all, these kinds of jokes are common in the sporting world. According to Tiger, the prank was just friends having fun. He added that, in the golf world, opponents play pranks on each other all the time, and this was just another harmless joke. Except, of course, it might not have come across as all that harmless. Many fans, especially women in sports, were incredibly hurt by what the prank implied. But what matters is that Tiger has realized where he went wrong. Here's hoping he's more sensitive about his actions in the future. Anywho, that's how the golf world reacted to Tiger's tampon scandal.